were 2 points that I refuted. One was my attendance at a meeting on January 3rd, and in that meeting, no individual from the architect of the Capitol staff nor I was at that meeting. It was later learned that meeting may have been with a smaller audience, but it did not include my staff. The second point was that she mentioned that Chief Sund asked the Capitol Police Board for additional resources. Chief Sund, as he stated in his testimony yesterday in his letter to the Speaker, went directly to both sergeants at arms and asked for that. And I was refuting the point that I was not asked specifically for those for additional resources.
So was your office asked to modify positioning of any perimeter barricades? And if so, did you find the request consistent with the direction given ahead of previously planned protests?
So yes, my staff was asked to move barricades, and that was a different footprint than we had in the previous, whether it was the MAGA or the protests that occurred during the summer months. It was a different footprint than was originally. Over the course of a couple hours, the hard work of the team was destroyed. The platform was wrecked. There was broken glass and debris everywhere. The sound system and photography equipment was stolen or damaged beyond repair. 2 historic Olmsted lanterns were ripped from the ground, and wet blue paint was tracked across the historic stone balustrades and hallways of the Capitol. As the crowd began crashing through windows and prying open doors, my staff undertook several unheralded actions in support of Congress. AOC employees identified and sheltered congressional staff in their shops to protect them from the roving mob.
219 objects from the House collection were on display in the Capitol on January 6th. On January 7th, I and the rest of the clerk's curatorial staff made a preliminary inspection of every object on display. The Senate curator and I also undertook a walkthrough of the entire building, coordinating with our colleagues at the architect of the Capitol. Our preliminary inspection identified 8 House collection objects with potential damage, 6 sculptures and 2 paintings. All of them are adjacent to the chamber's north doors, and they were covered in a fine powder. Conservation of those 8 objects is significantly more than the unexpected damage that we plan for every year. Our entire conservation plan for this fiscal year is only 6 projects. Annual treatment for delicate treasures like the silver inkstand in the chamber, scheduled treatment for other pieces that are stable but eventually need work, and a plan to address one instance of emergency intervention.